Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 661.
The sexiest podcast on the network.
I feel like we're the bloodiest podcast on the
Today,
network.
accurate.
We were just talking. You got a randomly bleeding toe. I busted my knuckle on God knows what, and it was bleeding down my finger, and I wiped it on my face like I was smearing my enemy's blood to, show dominance or something.
As I was, I sliced up my pinky, my poor little fingy making dinner.
Yep. Jeez.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I know. I don't think. I mean, I was gonna say I don't think we can be trusted with sharp things, but I don't know what I did to my knuckles. So I think I just hit it on something. I hit my hands all the time, and I'm just like whatever, Like I'll just have bruises on my hands, the back of my hand sometimes, and just be like, I don't even know what that's from.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm always like, oh god, I walked into the door jam.
Yeah,
Michelle beats me.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, Tony, blink twice if you're not safe. Not that I'm making any fun of that, of course. That's but yeah.
Dark humor, Brian. It's what we do on the show.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surrounded by glass. Very rarely get cut at work.
That's funny, isn't it?
But as soon as I come home, I'm shooting blood everywhere.
Right. Like you pick up your PlayStation controller and slice your hand
yeah,
open.
basically.
Like, how do I even... This has rounded edges.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
Dude. Whatever.
Yep. Oh, man. I sent you and Cheeto a picture of it. I made... I had a recipe for it was for a Korean beef bowl. But I decided to... Because I at Aldi a couple times, they have an udon noodle, Korean udon noodle dish there. And I was like, I got to be able to find a recipe and make that at home.
For sure, right?
Because there's no ton in it, right? And I could probably cut down big time on salt and various other crap. Plus, I can make more of it that way instead of like the package they give you. I think they say it's like 4 servings, but it's like one to 2 for me. So depending on where I'm at hungry wise,
4 servings for leprechauns.
Yeah. Son, don't tell me what I'm about.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I made it last night, and it was super easy to make, and it was one that it's just like green beans and oh, sorry. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta stop for a second.
Oh, shit. Let me stop at my end. Pause it. It. Where's my mouse?
All right, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I was saying that it was super simple because it was like you make the sauce, in a separate pan. You boil your noodles, and then and I found udon noodles at Kroger, so I was like, cool, I can make udon here. Because I saw online you can just use spaghetti, but it was like I don't know if you ever had like the thick chewy udon.
Yeah,
noodles.
Son.
Spaghetti doesn't touch that, right?
Fuck you, Italians.
Yeah, it's like if I was going to use spaghetti, I would have just made rice instead.
Exactly. Fuck you, Italians.
Yeah. So and then you cook your green beans down a little bit, take them out, cook your onions and garlic, and then you add your whatever meat you use, and then you just throw that into your sauce, and then you put noodle down, veg down, the beef down, or chicken. In my case, I made chicken instead. So, and it was really good, but it was my first time using gochujang or gochujang.
Wow, did you just transform?
I think I did. So I knew this stuff was a little spicy, right? So it said to use like a tablespoon, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do half because just in case.
Yes.
Right. And I'm a wuss when it comes to heat. It's funny because I like heat, but my body cannot handle heat real well. But it was that like you take your first bite and you're like, oh, this tastes really good, and then the heat just creeps, right? But it wasn't like ridiculous heat. It was but my nose was running a little bit and whatever. And,
it's just showing you it loves you.
I know, right? The cool part was that it was like once it reached the peak of the heat, it wasn't like sometimes when you eat stuff, the more you eat, it's just like you can't put more in your mouth because
you're just lacquering on the heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this was not like that. It didn't level up. It was like once it hit a certain point, it just stayed that heat. So, and it wasn't like blow your palate hot. So I was like, okay, it was a little spicy for mom, but so next time I'll probably use just a little less. But
But gochujang, how about that flavor, huh?
oh, the flavor was
Right?
amazing, and dude, that was so simple to make, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be one of my go-to things because I really go to Jang.
Eh.
Ah,
Yeah,
but
my boss at work, he's been like obsessed with making gochujang noodles.
mm,
Yeah, because he's always like, I keep blah 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 making it. I'm like, all right, it sounds good, but
yeah.
yeah,
I gotta find better udon noodles though. The ones I made were good, and they like when you look at them, they look like spaghetti, but they like kind of puff up like when you cook them, but they weren't as chewy and as big as the ones in the Aldi one. So it's like I gotta look around it. I may have to go over to the Asian market
take a
or
field trip, buddy.
yeah, because the ones Kroger has, they had another pack of udon noodles that are like those other ones, but they're like $7, and I'm like, that's
Yeah,
insane.
no,
I can buy the whole food thing at Aldi for like
yeah, no,
eight.
just take a trip over to the Kirin Market there. They'll probably have like 18 different styles of udon noodles or
Yeah,
something.
probably,
All of
right?
them with cool anime characters on them.
Nice. I mean, the ones I got were good. Like I said, they were really good. My mom really liked them and stuff too. But the only other thing I can think of is maybe I overcooked the noodles and that's why they weren't as chewy.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to leave them a little more al dente to hold that chew. I'm not sure because that was my first time making them. So
So here's what I'm thinking: gochujang,
yeah.
chicken wings.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be good, but I'd probably
Well,
cry.
you'd have to cut the gochujang with something.
Yeah, like honey
Yeah,
or something sweet probably to knock
yeah,
that
but
heat. So, well,
that'd
that
be
was
so good.
one of the things I was telling my mom is that like when I've made Asian food, if you put heat in it, I was like, when you make Mexican and it's hot, you can go, oh, here's some sour cream or if something along those lines to kind of cool it down a little bit. And it was like there isn't like I don't know what I can put on Asian food to cool it down because I'm not putting sour cream on it.
God, I hope not.
So I don't know. That's something I have to look into. I should ask some Asian friends of mine, but they're probably going to go, you just get used to the
Yeah,
heat.
suck it up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably all I'm
welcome
going
to
to
the
get told.
36 chambers.
Yeah, quit being a wuss. That's the answer. But it was really good though. I was really happy with it. And it's pretty close. Um, the cool part is like also like if you didn't want green beans, you could probably sub broccoli for that, or you could kind of mix something else in there. And I actually think next time I'm probably going to go with broccoli instead. But yeah, like I said, it was good, but it was something that I wasn't later last night when I got hungry. I was like, I probably shouldn't double up on this.
Dude, I just had an inspiration. You got me
All
thinking
right.
gochujang now.
Oh boy.
Gochujang Bloody Mary mix.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
That could be really
Mm.
interesting. Yeah. All
Mm-hmm,
right.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I bet you'd exist.
I was just gonna
If
have a look.
not, we're stopping the internet right now, and we're gonna market this.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out.
Gochujang.
We're both
Yeah,
doing it. All right. Yep. There you go.
oh, it does exist, huh? Bloody
Yep.
Mary.
Well, it looks
Just
like is that a mix or is that just? Oh, okay. I thought there was a mix. I was like, oh my.
well, let's see here. First off, I pulled it up, and it's Gochujang Bloody Mary, followed by Does Gochujang make your poop red? Somebody has problems.
Listen, if you eat enough of it, I'm sure it will.
Yes,
It'll just blow out your
exactly.
asshole.
Gochujang and tomato Bloody Mary. Okay, yeah, so it's whatever.
I wonder because it seems like gochujang is a
Hmm.
it like I had heard it before referred to as basically like a Korean barbecue
Yeah,
sauce,
right.
right? So it's like if it's I wonder what the sugar content on it is. Could you lacquer some bacon with it?
I mean, I don't see why you couldn't.
Because that would probably be delicious as hell
Like
too.
those flakes I sent you guys, the Korean mother-in-law flakes, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
That shit tastes so good, and the heat, it isn't really that hot.
Gochujang and bacon fried rice, you say?
Ooh.
Hello there. I might have to say that. Yeah, there you go. Gochujang fried bacon.
There you go.
Gochujang slathered it on the bacon with the back of a spoon and then cook your bacon.
I mean,
bet
I
that's
know you're not a fan because cabbage, but but my favorite Chinese restaurant in the area is QQ Kitchen, and
Right.
they have kimchi bacon fried rice, and it's fucking
Okay.
incredible.
Right. I could see where it would be, but yeah, you're right. It depends on the kimchi's. I don't do well with fermented stuff like that.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I bet it's a flavor. Oh, yeah.
God, I miss QQ Kitchen. It's been a long time.
Never had it.
Oh, Brian. So you could go to the QQ, get some food, although I don't know if they're still doing eat-in. And then you go over to the Asian market because it's right there.
Yeah.
This is how you know a restaurant is good. When they're like, we're open Monday to Friday, 3 to like 7, and we're not working weekends.
Yeah. Right.
And people line up for their food.
Yeah.
That's how you know the
exactly.
shit's delicious.
Spicy garlic bacon linguine. Hello, man. There's some good recipes here. I'm gonna have to be real careful with the gochujang. Like the linguine calls for 2 tablespoons of it. I'm probably gonna have to back that way off because I'm a wuss. But
Well, I mean,
yeah,
once you find your like happy spot with it, though,
yeah,
because the
exactly.
flavor's so good. Yeah.
Right. Well, I see one here for bacon that you use maple syrup, gochujang, or gochujang, and brown sugar and ginger. But it's really good.
Those are some fine. That's a fine combination of flavors right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
How to make Snoop Dogg's billionaire bacon? Is that what? Oh, I see millionaire bacon.
Wow.
I want to know what billionaire bacon
I
is
just saw a video where some guy made Snoop Dogg's billionaire bacon. This is weird.
Oh, okay. So it's brown sugar, red pepper flake, black pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, and you rub it all over that bacon, and then you bake it till it's crispy.
I mean,
it was in Snoop's cookbook.
I mean, it's like the meat crack my mom makes for parties sometimes. The little Smokies wrapped in bacon and covered in brown sugar. They're ridiculous.
Yep, exactly. All right. Wow.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello there. Gochujang chicken burgers with kimchi. That's something. That's for you. That's not for me. That's straight trash.
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 Like I'm thinking like gochujang, like sticky ribs and shit. You know.
I know, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Yep.
Oh God.
Now it is also possible that recipe I used, it also did call for cayenne pepper. So, the combination of the two probably didn't help my cause.
No, I wouldn't think so.
And cayenne, for sure.
Well, I mean, I know you like to fuck around with food. Just play with the gochujang.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
For sure.
Yeah, because I liked it. The flavor was
outrageous. It's so good.
Yeah, the flavor was really good in it. Because I just tasted it first, because I was just curious what it tasted like, because I had never had it before. So I just did a little on the pinky and tasted it, and I was like, that's got some really good flavor. And then the heat, I was like, ooh, there's some heat there.
Oh, there she is.
Hello. Yeah. So. Yep.
Good.
It's because I see it on Food Network all the time. The chefs are always using it and stuff. So I was like, it's got to be a flavor bomb because they use it so dang much on there,
I mean, it's just they're delicious. I was trying to say delightful and delicious all at the same time.
See this? How spicy is gochujang? It says, depending on the brand, it can be very spicy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's varying levels like a hot sauce, I would presume. Brian's staring at his monitor. Maybe I broke up.
It's weird. Like I looked to make sure. No. Maybe.
Oh. Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Hello? What? Computer?
What?
Oh, okay. Wait, I can hear you fine now.
Okay, that whole time
that's
I could
cool.
hear and see you fine.
Yeah, it was all like breaky up on my end. That's sick. This is going great.
Awesome.
Thanks, Internet. Thanks, Skype. Way to load code in my window when I opened you up.
Yep.
Cocksucking.
Right. So I've been trying to cook, cook more again. I've had more energy the last couple weeks. I don't know if it's, I can't say the weather's nicer. because it's
I
been
love
rainy
the
like every other
cocaine.
day.
I
But
love the cocaine.
yeah, maybe it's because I up my dose of coke. Yeah, I've been getting back to making sure I'm getting salads. I've been trying to eat more fruits and veg in my life and all that kind of stuff. So that
I would
probably has
assume,
something
yeah.
to do with it, you know. But yeah, it's as haven't I made kind of thing.
Right.
Did it
Oh,
freeze
yeah.
again? Oh, damn it. So, but I still haven't gotten to use my griddle yet because I still don't have any
Oh,
fuel
my
for it.
God. Give me fuel. Give me fire. I use
know,
that
right?
shit tonight, dude. It made the best bacon I've ever had. It came
Oh,
out so
really?
good. And then, I
Yeah.
had all that delightful bacon fat that I threw to sprouts of death, as you'd probably refer to them as,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and a couple
Right.
chicken breasts down into it. Oh,
Nice.
killer, dude. It was so
Yeah.
good.
That's
Yeah.
smart. Why not use that while
Dude,
you
I mean, I
still
love,
have it?
I used to save bacon fat, so I mean, why not? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It's crazy to me. Like you can actually buy bacon fat now in the store. I saw it yesterday or the day before when I was at the store. And I was like, why wouldn't you just cook
Yeah,
bacon and just save your
you
fat?
cook bacon, you put a coffee filter in a jar, you dump the fat
Yeah.
through the coffee filter, and you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. I don't understand why you wouldn't just keep the fat yourself, but okay,
I got
whatever.
a dude at work that he's always barbecuing briskets and shit. And, when you make a brisket, you're supposed to like trim them up, and he throws all that beef fat into a crock pot and just renders it down. Oh,
Oh,
there
that's
it
so
is.
smart.
So you get that beef tallow like McDonald's used to
Yeah.
use when they had good French fries. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
damn,
Dude.
yeah, no, I was
Oh,
like,
but
damn it, I
that's
wish you
good
would have told
too.
me that before I fucked around with my brisket. Because I'm like, what do I do with this? I just threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have definitely. I know I should
Oh,
have rendered it
jeez.
down, but I wasn't thinking. I know now.
Dude. Hey man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's, as we said on the Patreon last week,
No, yes,
knowing's half the
G.I. Joe.
battle.
Speaking of Patreon, Salty Language,
Yeah.
patreon.com/saltylanguage. If you want to help out you boys, it's $3 a month. The last couple of weeks, we've been putting up like over hour episodes every week over there. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
additional Salty Language shows with better internet
It is.
connections for some reason.
Hope
Tonight's
so.
a little
Yeah,
rough.
God.
A little rough.
It's rough.
Yeah. I
Little
mean, we
rough,
live
buddy.
in 2024, but we also live in the monopoly
Mhm.
of block communications that,
Yeah.
Oh, God, I fucking hate it. Anywho,
Yeah.
how was Mother's Day for you, Brian?
And we can't afford the high end shit that they have. Because I'm sure the high end stuff's probably like the fiber.
Fiber's not even in my area because I looked.
Pro-
I looked. Fiber's not available for me.
oh, yeah. It may not be in mine either.
Yeah. Because I was like, well, if it's not much more, I'll definitely
Fair enough.
upgrade because stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Plus, I
exactly.
stream everything.
Yeah. Right.
And I need to efficiently
Yeah,
spread
exactly.
democracy.
Yeah. Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mother's Day, my siblings came over. They redid they brought a bunch of fruits and vegetables plants over,
Oh.
and they got all that situated for us, and whatever. So that was pretty cool. And I don't remember what I made. I made dinner for us that night, and nothing major, but I'm glad my siblings all came over, and mom got to spend some time with them and stuff.
Nice.
There's no excuse for it to not be that way when they all live in town,
You're not wrong. Yeah.
It's like if you can't come over, I mean, unless you're sick or something,
Even then, drive by, wave.
Yeah.
Do something. It's mom, goddammit.
True. Yeah, exactly. Like you got to find time for that. So that was that was all right. How was your what was it, breakfast? I believe it was you were going to.
Yeah, it was good. We went to breakfast. Had I had a stack of pancakes, which I haven't ordered in a long time, and I kind of regretted it because I was like, man, these pancakes were ruling. About halfway through, I was like, I just want my eggs and toast.
You know, it's funny. We went to Bob Evans the other day, and it always is interesting to me. Like, I understand with like older people, especially, like how many, I don't know if you remember, they used to have a counter in there, and it was always filled with older people, and they almost all were getting breakfast, no matter what time of day it was, pretty much.
Yes.
And there was a guy that he was like on an angle from us, and I heard him order, and he ordered 2 eggs, toast, and that was it, just 2 eggs and toast. And I was just in my head, I'm going, the first thought in my head is like, why wouldn't you just make that at home? And then I was like, oh, you know what, because he's older, and maybe the wife used to cook and he didn't. You don't know the story.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So,
maybe he just likes going to the Bob.
right. Exactly. Because it is an element of socialization.
Yes.
You at least get to talk a couple minutes here and there with a server or whatever, and and it gets you out of the house. So there's plenty of good reasons for it. But it's just, you know what I mean? It's like I do that to myself at times, sort of like sometimes I'll order something and be like, you could have just ate this at home.
For sure.
Like, what are you doing?
But you're out. It's different.
But you're out. Yeah. I mean, I got like country fried steak.
That's a solid move.
Which I haven't had in so long. And I was like, dude, I know this is so horrible for me. Fried, beef with gravy slathered all over it.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it was, it tasted good. So,
I mean, I like the places. I can't remember where it is, but you can get it with, basically it's like the country fried steak, but it's got like sausage gravy.
Oh,
and
nice.
all that shit. It's fucking amazing, and I don't remember where it is.
Probably get that there, but you probably have to pay extra for
Upcharge.
it. Yeah, for sure. That's the move, though. If you're doing it, oh man, that'd be so good.
Yeah, it's breakfast, son.
So good.
But yeah, we left breakfast, and Michelle was like, you know what? Do you want to go up to the greenhouse? Sure. That was the worst mistake of my life. We went to Perrins, which is up in Michigan a little ways, Yeah. It was so busy. They had food trucks.
Mother's Day.
There was food trucks.
Yeah.
And it was fucking crazy.
I'm sure, because it was Mother's Day. It's like the worst day to go to a greenhouse, probably.
Yeah, I said that. I'm like, we're never doing this on Mother's Day again. We did buy a couple hanging plants to look nice. They're sitting out back.
Yeah. Right.
And then we went to her parents that night and had a cookout. So it was a nice little day.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice little day, my guy.
Gotta appreciate it. I was gonna ask you what you got, because I remember Saturday when we were playing EDF, how you were debating what you were gonna get.
Pancakes just sounded so good, and then, like I said, man, halfway through I was like, if I could have got my normal breakfast and like one pancake, that would probably have been the move.
There's some places that'll do that. I don't know if that's one of them, but there are some places where they'll allow you to a la carte a pancake.
I mean, have you ever been to Rumors for breakfast?
Not breakfast.
Okay.
I've eaten there plenty of times, but not for breakfast.
You've been there for dinner then. You know the portions. Yeah. It's exactly the same in the morning.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Like an omelet shows up and you're like, is that a baby covered in a blanket on that plate? It's delicious. Insane.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I don't even understand it, but whatever. Rumors was fucking busy too. My mom called me. Sure. She's like, "Are you guys on your way?" Yeah. She's like, "Well, there's people that keep trying to sit at our table because it was so busy."
Wow.
And my parents are there every weekend, so they're like, normally that place doesn't do reservations, but they did it for them. And then people kept going, "Oh, is this table taken?" My mom's like, "Yes." My mom, she's feisty.
Yeah. Like go big. Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, so it's one of those days where I've always hated going out to eat. Like, even if you weren't going to celebrate Mother's Day, it's a pain in the because everybody's busy, especially for like breakfast and lunch probably.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know how dinner is, but it's it's like Valentine's Day. It's like, yeah, if we're just not going to anywhere, we're no sit down restaurant on that day.
Was Tudors? Whoa.
Yeah,
we did that. You and I. You were my Valentine that day.
That's true. It was nice.
So I got a question for you. I'm going to shift back to food real quick.
All right.
I've ate plenty of sloppy joes in my life.
Yeah, me
too.
Big
fan.
Yeah, me too.
I realized Monday, because we had sloppy joes when the kids came over, I've never really made them. Because
you always like manwich them?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Even that. Like
Oh, okay.
every time I eat them, it's always at my mom's. Like, oh, hey, we're doing this. I got sloppy
Oh,
joes.
I see what you mean.
You
Okay.
know.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was just like, well, like Leo was originally like, well, let's do skewers and all this stuff. We didn't get home so late on Sunday. I'm like, I'm not. We're doing something easy, you know. So I
Yeah.
bought meat, sloppy joes, buns, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I should ask my mom. I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow. I don't know
Hmm.
what my mom does, but whatever
Yeah.
she does is way superior to what I did. Because my sloppy joes turn out like shit. And
Okay.
all I did was I read the can, I followed the directions. What did I fuck up? I don't understand.
It's funny because I've made them like Manwich made them.
Yeah.
I've made them. There was a barbecue show on Food Network years ago, and they had barbecue sloppy joes, which were really good. If I can find that recipe, I'll send it to you. So that's something you might really dig. Um, and then we've also over time just like you open a jar of like pasta sauce and you just dump it in, and I just cook some onions and maybe a little green pepper or something with the beef, and then
Make it work.
dump that on it. Yeah, and it just works. So I don't really know either. I've never really looked up a Sloppy Joe recipe. I've watched Bobby Flay make Sloppy Joes on one of his competition shows, and he does a whole lot more other things. But I don't know. I'm with you on that. It's like the most fancy version of a Sloppy Joe I've made, or advanced version, was the barbecue one,
Right.
because it had a lot more flavoring in it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm pretty much like you. It's like if we're wanting Sloppy Joes most of the time, it's just like grab a jar of tomato sauce, or like I'll if I'm at the store, I'll be like, oh, we haven't had Sloppy Joes in a while. I'll just grab a couple Manwich or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I did. I ran in, got some manwich. I'm like, this will be an easy dinner.
All right.
Do it in a
So you got
crock
to
pot the
figure out.
day before, or that morning,
Right.
and came home and I was just like, man, these suck.
No.
Like I don't know what happened.
You needed to add some gochujang into it.
guess, dude.
Gochujang. Jeez, I keep flipping the J and the CH sound in it. Keep wanting to say gochujang, and it's gochujang.
Gochujang.
Gochujang. I don't know why my mouth doesn't want to say it that way.
Be called.
It's like how people say Chipotle wrong.
Yes.
Chipotle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just weird. It was a weird observation. I didn't know if you had any insight for me.
I unfortunately I don't, because I grew up. We had Sloppy Joes regularly growing up, but it was basically most of the time it was the tomato sauce, because we had it already. It wasn't something
Yeah, you had to go buy.
have to buy the Manwich. So
Yeah, like I said, I got home, I opened up the crock pot, and I looked in, I stirred it, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like I was expecting it to look like my mom's. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I did wrong,
Like, why does this look like linguine?
Yeah.
Like what did I do?
Like I don't know if she does more meat, less man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her.
Was it like, what was it like, too runny?
Yeah, I don't know. The whole situation.
Because I hate that. I hate when you get it too liquidy. Because I mean, I know they're supposed to be sloppy, but I like them to hang together as best as possible.
I want that shit thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. I'm going to interrogate her tomorrow. So.
Yeah, you should, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Hold her against the wall until she gives up her secrets.
Oh, no, she'll kill me if I do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I also have another observation, because this is weird to me.
All right.
So, you saw me fucking with my beard, right?
Yeah.
So like 2 weeks ago, I had a barbershop appointment set up.
Mm-hmm.
To, go get a beard trim, because I'm like, it's time. It's giving summer, and every time I do it myself, I fuck it up. So I'm just going to go somewhere and have it done. And I had to cancel the appointment because I got stuck at work.
Right.
So I started looking around again for like barbershops.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to haircut prices?
I
mean,
don't
obviously,
haircuts. Yeah.
That's what I was saying to my guy at work who's got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at menus of barbershops, and it's like $65. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, last time I got my haircut, it was like $10.
Well, you were going to like Bo-Ricks or something, right?
I don't even remember. I mean, I used to go to a neighborhood place when I lived with my dad. That place doesn't. The building's gone. That's how much it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I just, it's weird.
Yeah.
And then, I look at all the pictures. I'm looking for like beard stuff, and it's like the one of them was actually the barber shop that used to be by the shop came up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm like, well, those guys were there when we like were still there. They've been in business for a while. But I looked through the pictures, and like the one guy who's a haircutter has a beard, and it looks like shit. I'm like, oh, I can't trust this guy. He doesn't even take care of his own beard.
Right. It's like getting a tattoo from somebody with none.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's going on here? I don't know about
Like
this.
taking a food recommendation from a thin guy. Get away from me.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
because my brother-in-law is a barber, but I don't talk to him about prices. It's funny, every once in a while he'll see me and like if my beard's a little messy or whatever, and he'll you should come over, and I'm like, dude, I got to go all the way over to you, and I just don't care that much.
I can't be bothered.
I just can't be. I know, plus, then I got to pay for the beard trim. I'm going to tip him because that's,
for sure.
I'm going to feel weird if I don't. And I just don't bother. It's not that I don't keep like a beard that needs a ton of maintenance. Usually, like if it starts getting too squirrely, I can just kind of trim off the long ones, and it looks, looks relatively
like
good.
mine's starting to get out of control. I need to do some.
Yeah, you got like a bush.
Oh my god! Well, I literally like hopped out of the shower and then ran downstairs too.
So you haven't put your product in hot oil?
I haven't run the beard brush through it or nothing. So I mean that does help. I do look somewhat respectable when I do that. Although I walked into work today looking like a fucking savage because I told you I slept like trash. I was like, I don't care. I don't even brush my beard.
Oh, you were gonna say teeth. No. I was like, dude, come on.
No, I always brush teeth. But I didn't brush. I didn't do shit. And then I run into my HR lady, and she's like, "Next month's your 5-year anniversary." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "We gotta get your picture to put it on the wall." I'm like,
"Oh boy,
all right."
Yeah.
So and then I looked at the picture. I'm holding my coffee cup. I kind of have my like hand on my hip. I was like, God damn it! I look like such a fancy man in this picture. Like whatever, I don't care. Just run with it. I don't give a shit.
Right. And the next one, you're like, can you guys back up? I want to put my knee up on something and look.
I should have done that. I'd have to make her back way to fuck up because she's like 5'2". She's so tiny. But,
yeah. Like all of the. I'm just picturing now, like all the pictures of the guys are like an upshot.
Dude, the very first time she took my picture when they started doing this anniversary wall, it looked like Attack on Titan. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So she did step further away, but yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
so, speaking of good stuff, and I know you don't care because you don't have access, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
All right.
I absolutely love what they're doing with Helldivers right now, Brian.
Right.
Because it's a game, we've had the game for months. Every couple days, it's a new operation to get, it's like it's a storyline that's been driving.
Right, like remove the funny bone. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then today they're like, everything we've been doing for the past months has just been military operations. We're getting ready for the real galactic war. I'm like, what? What?
This has just been training?
Well, that's what makes me laugh is the satire of the damn game. Because they're talking about billions of citizens are enlisting for 72 hours of training to go to the front lines.
Yeah.
Like, 72 hours of training. I love it. Yeah. So I don't know what they're doing, but I can't wait to get involved.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be nutty because that's what they do.
We need to figure this out for you.
I know, man. I know. I'm trying.
I know, right?
Trying. It's just not happening.
I need the SES, whatever your ship's going to be called, to join my fleet.
Right. The SES late to the party.
Yeah, right. I mean, mine is the Fist of Democracy. So I mean,
well, it makes sense. You are constantly fisting democracy.
Hell yeah. Take that, Lady Liberty.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh my.
Hey, that's all I got.
I got aggressive real quick.
What are you gonna do? Hey, that's all I got for Helldivers.
All right. I haven't played much
EDF.
Well, yeah, we played EDF for a while and got very frustrated, but
well, I think we were very frustrated before we even started playing EDF.
Also fair. Yeah.
God damn it, Tate. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we just, yeah, we were supposed to go up to Detroit and meet Tate and go see um, Bad Religion and Social Distortion. And I never heard anything. So we didn't end up going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I end up eating a ticket, which that's kind of annoying, but what are you going to do?
yeah, I feel so bad about that.
I put it up for sale, and I was like, yeah, maybe if I undercut the box office or whatever, but
Right. It was too late,
Yeah.
probably, if he'd done it sooner, which we didn't know. So
yeah, like she posted something on Instagram, I think yesterday, and I thought about just commenting like, what the fuck happened Saturday? But I was like, you know
well,
what?
yeah, that's
I'm just whatever.
yeah, because yeah, like I don't know if she's even looked at my comment yet. So
What a turd.
yeah. So yeah, I was disappointed for multiple reasons. One, I wanted to meet her. Two, I wanted to see the show. And yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you and I still were, well, first of all, I mean, we were hoping to maybe see some of that because the Aurora Borealis was visible on Friday night here. I was with my brother and I kept looking north and I must have been too far away. And then at one point I see my sister posting these phenomenal pictures and I'm like, man, because I've talked on here and stuff. It's like that's one of my bucket list things.
Did you see what? Because I saw a TikTok the next day that was basically like when you see it in your visual eye, it almost just looks like illumination from a city. The phone picks up all the colors.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So like all those pictures, because like a coworker of mine, she's like, "Oh, did you see Northern Lights?" No, I tried, but. Yeah. And she's like, well, here's the first picture I took. And it just looked like I said, it almost looked like you're looking at like Toledo from Monroe.
All right.
You know? And then she's like, but then my phone adjusted and it was like vivid purples and
oh, that's
wild. I know,
okay.
yeah, like I guess the phone cameras pick up the wavelengths better,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so Saturday we were both hoping because there was still a chance.
Still a chance.
And yeah, that didn't pan
Straight
out.
Derailed.
Because I even checked because they were saying it was between 2 and 4 or 12 and 4, whatever it was. I kept going out and looking, and I never saw anything where I'm at. So I was like, oh well, maybe I'll get another chance at some point. But
come on, son, get wacky again.
Well, it did again, but it wasn't pointed towards Earth. Like I think yesterday, the guy in Channel 11 Weather said that there was a bigger flare actually than the ones Friday, but it wasn't pointed toward Earth. So, basically who cares?
Yeah,
but
who gives a shit?
So yeah, so we decided to jump on and play some EDF. We killed a lot of bugs and aliens. I mean, we did our part.
It is so satisfying when you drop those big aliens.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just hit them in that sniper rifle, shoot their big dumb frog head off, and oh my god, it feels
shotgun right in the dick like I did that one.
Or shotgun them in the dick. We really need more troops though.
Yeah,
more troops equals more revives.
Exactly, that's the biggest reason, if nothing else. Yeah, I mean, also more guns that will last.
True.
Yeah, because the other guys don't. But whatever. Yeah, we got hung up on a board again. I watched a video. I sent it to you, and it was like the guy walked around. Like while I'm watching him do this, I'm like, he must have a more powerful weapon because he walked through it like it was nothing. And I just don't know how.
Well, I mean, I think you'd said that if you play on higher levels, you unlock better shit.
Yeah, right. So I think that has something to do with it. I don't know.
In theory, we could always do what we did last time and go back.
Yeah, go farm.
But just up the difficulty level.
Yeah. Well, I saw some people actually say that board is a tremendous farming board because there's so many enemies you can just keep killing and killing and killing and just collect all you can collect. And it doesn't matter if you win or lose since you get to keep your stuff anyway.
That makes sense.
And I've seen a couple others where they tell you to go back to where the ones with the drop ships, where we have to blow the ships up.
Yeah.
Basically you just leave one and just let it keep dropping guys and you just keep killing wave after wave.
Oh, interesting.
Until you're tired of playing and then you blow it up.
Interesting idea.
Yeah. Rather than just, go in and beat the board, it's you go in with the intent of allowing it to just send tons of enemies
Like,
at
I
you.
am going to get a bunch of shit today.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get past it, or if not, we'll figure something out. We farm for a while and then go at it or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Whichever. Yeah, it's what we did before when we got to a board we couldn't get past. So
We got plenty of options, bro.
yeah, but you're right. A couple more troops would make a big difference, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, actually,
Really, like I said, keeping us close together to where we can revive each other a little more. And
Cheeto.
boy, it sounds like you got a cold or something there.
What? It's crazy. What?
Yeah, that was fun. I told you already. I was going to play Diablo last night, but they put out a big update for it, and apparently they redid some of the stuff, like the Paragon system and something else in it. So it looks like they may have like changed some of the loot and leveling up and whatever. I think it might be a new season because I told you they do seasons on that. So I kind of hope not, because when a season is over, I think they just convert your dude to a regular one. And I wanted to complete the story mode during the season, but I may not be able to. I might have to start another one to run through the season and then use the other one to go through just beat the story mode.
Gotcha.
Because I jumped in, I think, late on the season, so no big deal. I can start over. I just kind of hate to, since I've already
done a bunch of work.
Yeah,
I get it. But
I mean, that is what that game is, though, right? Like you start a new class, you play through with that class, and
bada bing.
Yeah, that's the goal of it. But whatever. So yeah, I finished Bad Batch this week. Because that series is now done,
wrapping up. Yep.
Yeah, it was good. The ending was really good. I liked how it is, and then it kind of I love how they make sure that they kind of point where you go after a little bit.
Okay.
Like I mean, it's not really spoilers, but Governor Tarkin makes a comment at one point in it, and he says something about putting resources into Project Stardust, which is the Death Star.
Oh, right.
So you go, okay. So basically, this bridges me to probably nearish to Rogue One. That's probably about where they put you at the end of the
Bad Batch.
Series, basically. Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. It kind of helps you pinpoint where in the timeline you're at a little bit sometimes.
I mean, I assume because it's Disney that they have the Star Wars stuff in chronological order laid out for you, because they do that with the Marvel movies too.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me, but I haven't looked, but it wouldn't shock me if they do that. But
I mean, it just
is cool when you watch. Yeah. So I started X-Men 97 also.
So good.
So I've watched 8 or 9 episodes of that.
You're way ahead of me.
Okay. So yeah, it's so weird because I have to keep reminding myself that they're deliberately trying to set it back in that time.
Yeah, I did that a couple times too. Yeah.
Because a couple of the things that they do, and I'm like, wow, why didn't they update? I was like, oh yeah, duh, this is supposed to be 97. Yeah. It's not supposed to be 2024.
So here's my question for you. When you're watching X-Men 97, do you skip the intro?
I have a couple of times, but not normally.
Because I mean, it's just a banger.
Yeah. Yeah, that first time hearing it again, there's just something that it felt so. Well, it was nostalgia. Yeah, you just took you back.
Tickled the old heartstrings or whatever.
It did, yeah. So, the stories have been pretty good on it. Like they've, and some. I'm not going to do spoilers because I don't remember where things happen. But some of the things that happen, I was very like, whoa, like surprised they did. But one thing I did notice, there's a couple moments that are a little spicy for what used to be a kids show.
Right. Well, they know their audience.
Yeah. There was an episode where, like, sorry for the spoiler on this, but like Rogue and Magneto are dancing, and I mean, Magneto's getting a little frisky. And I was kind of like, okay, this is a little spicy but you're right. It's, it's aimed at us, basically.
They know their audience.
Yeah. but it's really good. I've really enjoyed it. I'm gonna be sad when I have 1 or 2 episodes I think left to watch. So
What if they
I'm
come
gonna
out
be
with
sad.
Spider-Man 97?
Oh, I totally watched
Hell
that
yeah.
too.
That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
yeah. I mean, I even popped when uh there's a character that shows up in one of the episodes that I'm just like, what? So, my one of my favorite things is that I hated Morph originally.
Yes.
Like he was an annoying character to me. In this series, he's not my favorite character, but when he changes into so many different characters from across the X-Men universe that it's really cool to see who he turns into at different times.
Yeah.
He's basically a walking Easter egg.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that, but you are correct.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool when he turns into some of the ones he turns into.
Oh God, I'm dying.
Nah, you're all right.
But yeah, all in all, terrific show.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah. Wow. Brian, I ate too much food tonight.
Sorry.
I will die.
Yeah.
I bought the best thing ever, by the way, off of Amazon. Also, Amazon Prime, when you don't have it, sucks.
Yeah.
Because my renewal came up, and I'm like, I don't need to spend that money. I don't buy that much off of Amazon. I'm sure I'll figure it out when the boys come back or whatever. But
I was just gonna say, what are you gonna do about the boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yar.
I was gonna say there are other options. I understand.
But our mattress likes to migrate south for some reason, and then the pillows or a cell phone disappears behind a headboard.
Yeah.
So I got this wedge pillow thing.
Yeah.
That blocks off the space.
Oh, nice.
And it's so weird because it's we got a king size bed. It's pretty, and it came in this little roll,
right,
of vacuum sealed goodness. It's fascinating to me.
Well, it's like those beds that come in.
Dude, our mattress was like that.
Yeah, and it's just in a tube basically, and you're like, what the hell? How is this a mattress?
Yeah, I mean when we they dropped off our bed, and I'm like, I'm not paying for you guys to put together. I'm handy.
Yeah.
And when I went to move that mattress, it was so fucking heavy because it's so compact.
Mm-hmm.
But it was insane. I just scooted in there and I cut the plastic, and then it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's like remember those little sponge dinosaurs in the capsules?
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
I know, it's wild. I've seen videos of it, and they tell you to give it, what is it? I think they tell you, don't they, to give it like 24 hours to really fully expand or whatever.
I slept on that shit that night.
You had no more. It came out of the box, and you were laying on it.
Honestly, yeah, I was like, I gotta see how this feels.
Right.
I mean,
also you were tired from putting it together.
True. That bed was a pain in the ass to put together. I'm not gonna lie. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
The frame, not the mattress. Mattress is easy. I just cut the plastic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The mattress did the work on that one.
Frame, that was difficult to put together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I really, besides Resident Alien, I think we're close to wrapping that up.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean,
nice.
we didn't really watch anything. Oh wait, I lied. I subjected Michelle to Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay.
She had never watched it.
Right.
And she was playing a game, had her headphones on, and she kept looking up, and then finally she closed the laptop, and when she first asked me, what are we watching? I'm like, oh, it's Smokey and the Bandit. She's like, oh, I've never seen this before. And then she thought it was a serious movie.
Oh god.
And then I was like, no, this is like when trucker culture was the shit.
Right. You're not wrong. It was, for whatever reason.
And I forgot how goofy that movie is.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time.
The two Enos, little Enos and big Enos get Bandit, and
yeah,
I don't remember his name now. The guy who drives the truck.
Oh shit! I don't remember.
I forgot it already. But they're getting them to get a fucking truckload of Coors Banquet, baby.
Yeah.
From Texarkana to Atlanta.
Yep.
And it's funny to me that they're like, "Hey, we need you to do this." And he's like this retired like legend.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it, and everybody knows that he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like he drives by this is the one.
Well, dude, it was on the front of Trucker Monthly.
This is the one that cracked me up. So he drives by like a funeral procession, and the guys driving a hearse were like, "Oh shit!" They're like two black guys, like, "Oh shit, you see who that was? That was Bandit." And they like grabbed their CB, like, "Breaker, breaker, Bandit. This is Corpse Hauler or whatever."
Yeah.
Just to let you know, you got a couple of Smokies up here on the hill.
Right.
It's just so silly. Like an old lady pulls a CB out, this is the White Witch of the West. Like, there's a couple bears over here.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
I used to love that. That was one of my favorite things growing up. Like when we first started doing flea markets and stuff, we had a CB in the motorhome we drove. And, I got to, like we'd have it on unless it got a little too salty, and then Dad would turn it off. But
right.
Once in a while, it get a little spicy. But otherwise, and he'd let me talk with the truckers and shit. It was fun.
I could just see you. Like, Breaker, this is Stu Nami.
I didn't even have a name. That's what I was.
You didn't have a handle?
I didn't have a
handle.
handle.
I know that was one of our questions a long time ago. What was your trucker handle be?
Yeah, I just jumped in and a lot of times it was more of, like you said, you're warning people the cops coming up or whatever, a little shit like that. That was more of what I did. But it's some of the stories, like, because those guys would just talk on it, like they were just having a conversation, I mean, it was literally almost like listening to a podcast of, with truckers, and some of the stories were hilarious.
This big dog, keep her between the ditches, shiny side up.
Well, or when you'd see somebody driving like an asshole and they'd start be like, like, all right, time to block this asshole off, basically, and then they'd go 3 wide on the, or whatever, and nobody was getting around, basically. So yeah, that was a good time though.
The weird trucker movement of like the late 70s.
Yeah, right.
When like truckers were the shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
It's like I'm watching that movie and they pull into Atlanta with,
spoilers.
Sorry. Spoilers, everybody.
Jeez. For a movie that's almost as old as us.
With Sheriff Buford T. Justice behind him in his beat the fuck car.
Yep.
And they just ignore the truck full of illegal beer, and they got to keep chasing the bandit because he's going to get clam chowder now. Which I can't remember. Is that the plot to Smoking the Bandit 2? Please tell me they're not chasing him. He's going to get clam chowder.
I don't know what the plot
I don't remember. I know it's got Dom
yeah,
DeLuise in it, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, then it's probably got clam chowder in it.
But he did like to eat.
Yeah. I've heard. All right, hold on. I'm looking.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I apologize.
Oh, my God. There were 3 parts to that movie? Apparently there was.
God.
The one, of course, did not have Mr. Burt Reynolds in it, but it still had Jackie Gleason in it. Okay. The bandit goes on another cross-country run, transporting an elephant from Florida to Texas. Sheriff Buford T. Justice is on his tail.
An elephant?
Wasn't that Operation Dumbo Drop?
Yeah, hell yeah, but it's way better, Burt Reynolds. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So what's the plot of Smokey the Bandit 3, Dan Brian?
Well, let's find out.
Which, by the way, Sheriff Buford T. Justice, you could not get away with in 2024.
Yeah. Smoking the Bandit Part 3. All right. Big and Little Enos are opening a seafood restaurant. They bet Sheriff Buford T. Justice that he cannot drive from Miami to the Enos Ranch in Texas in a given amount of time. If Buford loses, he has to give up his badge. Wow, so they just went and made him
that sounds
the star.
Terrible.
Oh, my God. Why would you make this?
But, man, dude, Gleason's got some of the best lines in that movie.
That's weird because it actually shows Burt Reynolds is credited in this. So I wonder if he makes a cameo or something like toward the end or something like that.
Yeah, he's probably just like, and cashes his check,
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's probably about right. Oh my God, there's a guy with a character name is Purvis R. Beethoven.
Hell yeah.
That's a good name, man.
Wow.
Oh.
I had no idea there was 3 of those, though. That is fascinating.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what
Oh, it's
the
going to be
rating is here.
horrendous.
3.5 out of 10. So that's coming in strong.
Oh, they were just hoping for Jackie Gleason to carry the show, it looks like.
Oh, it had to be, right? Ugh.
I mean, Gleason's good, but he's not that good.
No. True. Yeah, wow. Featured review. A truly bad sequel.
Classic.
That's probably about all you need to read of the reviews, I'm guessing. Wow, whoa, this opened in theaters too. I forgot this was before like straight to video or like just streaming, you know. So they had a $9 million budget. It opened at $1.7 million, which is surprising considering it didn't have Burt Reynolds really
But
in
dude,
it.
Smokey.
And the
You know
world,
how many people were probably just like, dude, Smokey and the Bandit? And then they sit down and like, where's Burt?
yeah. The worldwide gross is 5.678 million. So it lost what, $3.5 million.
Wow. We should watch this for a Patreon.
Let me see if we can find it anywhere. It'll be the first problem.
I'll just go to like Replay and find a DVD.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got Smokey and the Bandit 3, be like, do we? We got 40 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
get rid of these fuckers.
Like, you can have one if you want. Like, no, I'll bring it back. I don't want to keep it. All right, it says it's available to rent/buy on Amazon, so doesn't look like it's streaming anywhere.
Mean, it might be just one of those things where someone just has it on YouTube.
Yeah. Also possible.
Because what copywriter is going to go after that? No one cares. Like, yeah, that thing needs all the love it can get.
Like, please watch this. Like, YouTube pays us like 5 cents a play on it, so. God, I can't believe they made a third one.
Insane.
The second one's you know? Like, why would you go to a third one? Well, especially with no Burt Reynolds. Like, if Burt was on board, I can see going, well, you know. Okay, so first of all, Smokey and the Bandit, the first one, is a year older than I am.
Fair enough.
So I was joking because I thought it came out in the 80s, like early 80s. It came out in 77.
That was a lot of noises.
So,
no, you're good. I'm gonna pull up the trailer of Smokey the Bandit 3. But you know, of course, because I don't pay for YouTube, an ad popped up first. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because Smokey and the Bandit 2, the rating is 5.3 out of 10.
I mean, I remember that being terrible.
I was gonna say I don't remember having great memories of that movie.
I don't have any sound going, but so far I've seen the Trans Am smash through a burning fence, bikini girls, and Jackie Gleason looking like Patton in front of the American flag.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Oh, I see they got the guy that played his son back. That's fun. Daddy, my hat. I wish your goddamn head was in it. It's one of my favorite lines.
The featured review for this one just says disappointing.
It's just
there you go.
It looks like
I said, just watch the first one and just don't bother with the rest.
Who?
I mean, unless you're
what
us.
the fuck? Okay, somebody was driving the Trans Am, and it looked like Burt Reynolds, but it definitely was not Burt Reynolds.
Well, I'm sure it's a stunt double, because you know
I don't know.
You don't want to have Burt Reynolds.
I don't know who that guy is. He's got Burt Reynolds. He's like, you know, like we always say, dollar store Burt Reynolds. I don't know who that dude was.
Well, that's why I said he's probably a stunt.
No. It was like a shot with him and the girl. It wasn't like him like stunting. It was like, this is part of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And he's saying a line right now.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe Burt had to step out for a minute.
The whole movie, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Wow. Typing of a Bandit on your finger is not easy.
Oh, wait, is that the third one? Oh, because when they have Burt Reynolds credited as the real Bandit, so maybe there's a fake Bandit.
Oh, that would be it.
Bet that's what it is.
Oh, it was Jerry Reed, who's the truck driver.
Oh, okay. So he was just wearing
Yeah.
a getup.
He,
Then
he just has
basically,
a
all right.
Burt Reynolds stash.
Yeah, he went to Spirit and got the Burt Reynolds costume
Hell,
or the swarthy mustached leading man
well, I'm
costume.
officially watching Smokey and the Bandit 3. Janice Cummings plays nudist female. I'm in.
She was 90 at the time.
I'm
still
selling.
in.
I'm just seeing if there's anyone in here that I recognize. Besides the
Well,
top build people, of course.
Yeah,
Dick
right.
Laurie as Sand Dumper. It's a good name.
Does that mean he's
I hope
pooping in
so.
the sand? Yeah. He uses the beach as a litter
You got
box.
Nikki Fritz as the S&M hooker.
Wow. Sounds like they got a little spicy in this one.
David Cass Sr. is the local tough guy. Holy shit, Joe Pesci's in the movie? Yeah, he's got like bottom billing.
Well, he probably
he wasn't Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci at that point.
Wow, yeah. Joe Pesci looks like trash.
Well, I mean, he's like
they should have picked a younger picture of him.
Well, that's the worst part is that the pictures that they use on there, I'm pretty sure, is supplied by their publicist or whatever.
Wow. Okay, now I just want to watch Smokey and Bandit 3. 1, for nudist female. 2, to figure out where Joe Pesci is.
Right. And 3 for local tough guy. Yeah.
Wow.
And you want to see more of that guy dressed like Bandit.
Oh, boy. What happened to this lady? All right. We got to move on. Jesus Christ.
What are you doing, Tony? What are you doing?
Oh, my God. No. No. Brian. No.
What?
No.
What?
Hold on. Colleen Camp. She's in this movie, and I'm just like, who is this lady? Dusty Trail. She's got top billing, right?
Dusty Trail is a good name.
So I click on it, and then it's like movies. Police Academy, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Clue. Was she the French maid in Clue?
Maybe. I mean, you should be able to click on Clue right there if you're on IMDb.
I'm all over the place, bro. I mean, I know I'm probably being super sexist, but what happened, lady?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm just going down this weird rabbit hole. All right, I gotta get off IMDb. I'll just keep surfing.
Yeah, well, it is. It's its own rabbit hole.
Silly rabbits.
You know. Yep.
All right.
Tricks is for kids.
Trixies. What has its guts in its little pockets?
Preciouses. Obviously.
Anywho, you got anything else, Brian? We've been babbling about Smokey and the Bandit for 86 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
do that. No, I think that's about it for me. I was trying to think if there's anything else I watched or anything this week, but honestly, I'm on my yearly run through of Golden Girls again, so I watch a couple episodes of that in between the other stuff I'm watching.
Fair enough.
So, yep. So I think that's about it for me.
So we shuffling over to Q.
Yep. Shuffle on.
Man. All right. Last week we asked you guys what popular drink makes you want to puke. Anything on Instagram apparently because we got nothing. Woo. We're over here on Face page. We got a couple. Yeah, Face page makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
So Christine, she says Ipecac syrup.
Yeah, that's
how it's marketed.
That's literally, yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to do.
It works.
Yeah, fair.
Wow. Our old pal Kevin, he chimes in. You guys still do these? That's awesome. Hey, fuck you, Kevin. Coke, it's so flat. Double fuck you. Coke's a precious gem.
Okay, first of all, Coke isn't flat unless you
Coke's
let it
aggressively
sit out. Coke's
spicy.
got all sorts. Yeah, where is he getting Coke from? The
He
bar?
doesn't know. He's confused. He has rodents for pets. None of this makes sense.
That's fair.
He's an Ohio
Oh, my.
State fan, for the love of God. Clearly, he has no idea what's going on.
Right on.
I'm not even going to like his comment. Ooh. Zach, he says Mountain Dew. I used to love Mountain Dew, but now, yes, I agree. It's just not for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, man, more fighting words, Brian. Lady Cheeto says any beer.
Wow, you mean former Lady Cheeto?
All right, Cheeto, you're going to have to goon hand your lady. Let her know what's up. Beer's delicious.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Her not liking beer is fine because, if she was drinking beers like he was when we were down there, we wouldn't have had a ride.
Yeah, that's accurate. Good call. Actually, excellent choice. Stick with waters and whatever else.
It. Yeah, she still has bad taste when it comes to Brussels sprouts, but other than that, yeah. I'm not even gonna say, and men. I mean, I could have taken a shot at Cheeto there. I'm just not.
No, Cheeto's a delicate flower. We love Cheeto. Yeah,
it's true. It's true. He has a delicate flower.
I
probably knows how to make sloppy.
I'm sure he
joes,
does.
Too,
yeah. He'd be like, well, whatever you did, you fucked up. I'm like, you're damn right.
Yeah, he'd be like, what'd you do? Just take a dump in the crock pot?
Like if Cheeto and I were married, right, and he came home to,
yeah,
we would. It'd be beautiful. But he came home to those sloppy joes. That'd be one of those nights where I walked into a door jam.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, and justifiably so. That's
Diamond Top fan Kiki. She says tequila usually. Amen to that.
Amen to that. That was my answer.
And that's all I got over here, man. Yeah,
what?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, speaking of Cheeto, he says Red Bull. Ugh, the smell of that drink. Well, wait, no, maybe not Red Bull. Let's go with Jägermeister. Oh my God, that shit. I'm heaving a little bit.
All right, we're divorced, Cheeto.
Wait, no, I'm wrong. He's like, wait, no, I'm wrong. Mix them bitches. Jaeger bomb. Yep, there's the bile. I can taste.
That's hilarious.
It says Jaeger bombs were popular in the bars around here years ago. Not sure if it still is, but all I can think of is when that comes up is bad decisions, blackouts, and vomit. Lots of vomit.
Yeah.
Salty Selections, V8. I don't care what you mix it with. It's liquid tomatoes, and I don't like it. Puke.
That's fair.
I don't like the V8 proper, but they had other V8 drinks, like was it V8 Fusion and some of those that I.
All right, okay, we're gonna start mixing fruit in, so it actually tastes good.
Yeah, but V8 by itself, I'm with him. It's like all I ever tasted was tomato.
I never understood people like, hell yeah, V8.
Yeah, my mom used to drink it. I never understood it.
Wow, you are a psycho.
He says gin. I don't care for the taste at all. And like my grandma says, it'll make a man mean. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention to you. I have a certain shirt with a certain couple of dairy products coming that says gin makes a man mean on it. It says, and it has, so that thought alone makes me want to puke. Fair enough. And then he says elephant dung juice. It's so popular that celebrity survivalist Bear Grylls had to scour the wilds to find it. I saw the documentary, but it's poop squeezins, so puke. I'm with him on that one.
That's good. That's gonna be my my New Orleans jazz name. Poop squeezins.
I thought it was elephant
poop squeezins. Okay. I'm gonna play the accordion.
It's old Tony poop.
No, just poop squeezins. I'll just show up with my accordion and start singing the blues. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
Oh man, it's like, man, you sound like shit. Thanks, brother.
I sing the blues.
I don't know why you gotta sound like Dr. Teeth, but
yeah,
you do apparently. Oh shit. All right. Woo. All right. Oh shit. I can't stop laughing. All right. All right. So for this week, 1 through 10.
There's Freshies been added, eh? Oh.
Yep.
How about 7?
7?
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. All right, what would you take from this world if you could only take one thing to the afterlife?
Everybody with me.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. Well, I mean, like, what sort of afterlife are we involved here? Is it,
Come on, man. I guess that's for
you
you
know,
to
I
decide.
mean, are we talking like fluffy clouds and all the cool people? You know, I don't know. What if there is no afterlife? Man,
Yeah. Well, then it won't matter
that's
what
true.
you take.
That's true. One thing.
Yeah. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter. Oh, sorry.
Man, that's a weird question. I don't know. I've never thought about this.
I mean, clearly you always take your the person you're closest to if they're still
Obviously.
alive. Much like pharaohs took their
Yes,
slaves.
obviously.
Yeah.
That's
whether they like it or
that's
not,
a
they're going
given.
with you. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I won't remarry if you die. I know you're coming with me. What?
What is something that I always want to have with me?
I mean, a bottle opener probably, but
Yeah.
Your knife.
I was about to say my knife. It's very versatile. I can fiddle with it. I can open things with it. I can stab Jesus if I need to.
You can use it as a toe knife if you need
my
to.
Toe's bloody enough already. It's cool.
Don't cut cheese with the toe knife though. Right.
Yeah, the knife's actually a good answer because I do have it. Not right now, but I do have it on me basically all the time. I mean, yeah. It's like it's one object. It's like, oh well, I'll take my PlayStation. Well, okay, it's one object. Where the fuck's my power cord? Where's my controller? Where's my TV?
Yeah. Well, I assume if you take the PlayStation,
no,
take all the
it's one item.
I know, but I'm thinking that all counts as like one thing basically. But you're right. My luck would be like I'd say PlayStation. There'd be no TVs.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're boned.
I'm like, now what? Now I have this thing that there's no value to. No one's gonna want this.
Either that, or I'm taking my Blackstone. I'm gonna cook up some mad smash burgers for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, no fuck. Nah, dude, it's plenty hot where I'm going.
Fair point. The propane actually would be a liability there.
For sure. But man, I'll have a crispy hot griddle at all times.
That's right. Those smash burgers
delicious.
Are amazing. Like, how come the milk's even spicy here?
Don't worry about it. Shut your face. Have a smash burger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You end up being the line coach
hell,
for all of hell.
Now we're talking.
No, I mean, you can't stop. Like, that's all you're doing.
Just becomes Kronk when he's in the kitchen in Emperor's New Groove.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, man. What would I take, though? That's a good question. I don't have a knife to fiddle with.
Do you have a fidget spinner?
Somewhere I might. I think I was given one by somebody. Because, me talking about the amount, that I do. Like right now, I'm fidgeting with the thing I have here on my desk.
This is why you need a butterfly knife. So back. They make trainers.
Yeah,
though.
we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I need to get.
They are
really
fun
funny.
to play with, dude.
No, I just mean I pulled that out somewhere else. They're like, is that plastic?
Hell yeah, dude. If I had a 3D printer, I would be 3D printing frickin' butterfly spoons. I mean, how fun would that be? Like you bust out a nice yogurt.
Trying to look like you're a badass. Yeah. Right. You've got like inside your jacket pocket, you have like 3 holders, one's for your spoon, one's for your knife, and one's for your comb.
Exactly.
They're all butterfly, of course. Yeah.
Oh, no, the comb switchblade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's cool.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Anywho.
But still. Right. Like, what's the one thing you feel like you couldn't live without, right? Like, that's where your brain goes on this, but
that's not another human being.
Yeah, exactly.
Or an animal, I
could
guess.
just be an asshole and be like, I'm taking my cat. Well, she'll at least have something to eat for a while. I'll just tell him to crack my head open so she can get to the sweetmeats, and leave my chest and my head open. That way she can get to
Can you bring like Spotify with you?
I mean, it'd be my luck though. There'd be no reception.
God damn, there's no Wi-Fi here.
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys?
I don't know. This is I hadn't thought about it earlier when I grabbed this one, but I don't really have a good answer for this, I don't think. Because the only thing I've got on me frequently is like a water bottle. Like I'm carrying it around the house all the time.
Nice hat, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a hat to keep the sun off my fucking head. Yeah, knowing me too, that's probably what it would be, because to help, because it helps keep the sun out of my eyes so I don't have to squint. And
ample supply of condoms.
Yeah.
I'm already dead, whatever. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, you've got ghost AIDS. What?
Yeah. Again? Like, sir, it doesn't go away. I thought you cured that. Sir, ignoring it, not seeing your doctor doesn't mean you don't have it.
In fact, that's why you're here. You ignored it.
Yeah. We could cure it if you catch it early, but you've let it go, paper ruffling. 19 years?
Yeah, what'd you expect, bro?
And we keep telling you not to have sex with the ghost AIDS pile, but you just won't listen.
AIDS pile.
The forbiddenness makes it
exactly.
sexy.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, as silly as it sounds, mine probably would be. It's kind of like, if you got stuck on a deserted island, what's the one thing you would want on you? And it's like, it becomes problematic so quick because a lot of people, at my phone. We're like, yeah, but you're not going to have any reception.
It's like a satellite phone.
Right. It's great until the battery dies and then you're done, so it's, yeah. So yeah, I like a good hat would be nice to keep my head from getting burnt to a crisp or whatever. But in the afterlife, then I can still
look fly as fuck.
Fly as fuck, I guess. Yeah. I really don't have a good answer. Yeah.
What about your Gochujang?
Yeah. Have you guys heard of this? Like, dude, everyone's heard of this shit.
Like, God damn, why'd I bring this then?
Have you heard of this sriracha stuff?
It's a red bottle with the cock on it. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. We all know it. It's like there's like a whole group of guys over there wearing shirts of it. Like, yeah, we know.
Unironically.
It'll be like the Joe Pera episode I told you about where he discovers not Teenage Wasteland, Baba O'Reilly.
Right.
By The Who. And it's like now, and
it's like, what the fuck is this?
Have you heard of this? And it's like, yeah, everyone's heard that song before, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there you go. The question again, what would you take from this world if you could take only one thing to the afterlife? I mean, I guess the best answer would be, like your arch nemesis. Right? Yeah. Like, I'm taking you with me. Like, Batman doesn't want to be around without the Joker, and Joker doesn't want to be around without lonely. Batman. Right? Yeah. It's just, what are we even doing here now? It's like, oh, there's a new Batman. It's not the same.
Yeah, is there though? Yeah, whatever.
But speaking of
Batman,
Batman,
a new Coke once too. That sucked. So.
On the Patreon episode this week, Tony and I are going to be talking about how fans voted their favorite Batmans from the movie or from TV and movies, I guess, basically. So if you want to listen to that, like he said earlier, hit us up at patreon.com/saltylanguage. Throw a few bucks our way, and then you can listen to all
less
that content.
Than a Starbucks, $3.
Hell, it's less
than
everything. The amount of that it's. Yeah, I was gonna say the amount of things it's less than now is insane. Stupid.
I never adjusted our Patreon for inflation, so I should.
Oh, you should have. It should be like $95 now. Wait, how much is it? Whatever the price of a PS5 is. Put it at that. We'll lower it after we get two of them.
I already got one, Brian.
Yeah, but we just want the extra money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a controller.
Yeah, fair enough.
You could use an extra controller. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
I need a
For sure.
stand. I don't, you know. I need a new
Yeah,
TV,
absolutely.
so I get it,
Need some Govee
so
lights to
yeah.
put behind it. So
Right.
yeah, now
Yeah,
we're talking.
exactly. I need more
Gochujang,
gochujang.
a new hat. Yeah.
A new hat. Yeah, exactly. All right. So yeah, I think yeah, with that, head over to saltylanguage.com for the links. Check out tangentboundnetwork.com
There you go,
if
clicking around.
you want other shows in the network that we're part of, or if you're looking for a network for your show, come join us. If you happen to talk to Mark, invite him to Poop Squeezin's debut next weekend at the local
Hell
jazz
yeah.
club.
That's my that'd be the first album, Dun Juice.
Yeah. I just thought sounds like shit would be a good album.
That's too raw for the general community.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, that's that's your first
Yeah.
diss track.
Sounds
like
shit.
You're just dissing all the other musicians at the time.
Now is the time that I really wish I knew how to play an accordion.
I'm sure with the power of the internet, you could make it look
That's
like you
true.
know how to play
That's true.
You could just pretend to play an accordion.
Hey, random AI, make me an accordion song.
Yeah. Yeah. Make me an accordion song. Oh God. That would sound so amazing, I'm sure. Yeah, if you want to reach out to us on the socials, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on various socials at
You can find me on the Instas at The Monotony. And I run the Salty Language TikTok, so at Salty Language on TikTok. And of course, if you're listening to this, cool, you did your job. Excellent work. If you're watching it, awesome. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Salty Language Pod if you do want to watch it. And, if you're still listening or still watching, yeah, definitely give us a like and a subscribe. And a comment. Tell me about Poop Squeezins, all the legends.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite song of his?
And Brian, you also got yourself a little side stitch in theory.
Yeah. Oh no, we recorded last week actually. Yeah. So it's called The Crazy Life. It's me and our friend Heno. And last week we just caught up because we haven't done a show in a while. But we also kind of talked about when you're kind of in recovery mode, and I don't mean like rehab recovery necessarily, but just when you're trying to recover from whatever your traumas are, depression, whatever it is. When are you in for maybe too long, and how to kind of, like, we talk about, because Heno's kind of said he was feeling like he's kind of stuck looking inward rather than looking outward. So, it's kind of like at some point you have to put yourself back out in the world, basically. So, yeah. I felt like we had a good talk on that one. So if you're into that, please give us a listen. We would appreciate it. And so I guess with that, until next week, have an illegal Coors Banquet. You'll be fine.
Stay Smokey. I got nothing.
Nice.
Right,
I like Stay
enough.
Smokey. That's a good. I mean, I'm just picturing you on the back porch with a stick.
Yeah. I thought I was a state
but
trooper.
Also, Buford T. Justice. Yeah.